Today we are checking out Amazing Flight by Ayreon from Electric Castle Live and Other Tales. Even though I'm a huge Ayreon fan, I'm not familiar with this song. I would be familiar more with Ayreon's later works, such as The Source and The Theory of Everything, so this is going to be a good history lesson for me. If you'd like to watch some of my previous Ayreon content, you can find the Ayreon Reactions playlist in the description. And in that playlist, I've also included Simone Simon's Vermilion album, since Ayreon had a huge hand in creating that album too. And we are checking out this particular song today because it won a Patreon poll. If you would also like to get your own reaction requests and vote on polls, be sure to join me on Patreon. The link is also down below. If you don't know me, my name is Ohakade. I am the composer for the symphonic metal project Valkata. We recently put out a new song called Overload the Reactor. The link is also down below. I'd love to hear what you think. Before we continue, please like and subscribe, and let's get right into this one. The only thing that I know about this song is that Simone performs what would normally be Sharon Den Adel's part, but I don't know what other musicians take part in this performance. Let's not waste any more time and get right into it.
Now listen well and understand the import of this game I've planned. We are the forever. The stewardship of the universe is in our care. Wisdom and passion we nurture everywhere. Of these humans you're about to see, who best embodies these qualities? The first 5 humans have had their say, and
I love his really dramatic theatrical delivery. Does he remind anyone else of Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, Tony Stark? He even kind of looks like him a little bit.
2 more will join the fray. Watch the barbarian. He's so uptight. And the hippie, out of sight.
Would love to have been there.
Dear mortals, into the light. Be brave.
And just a note on the story, obviously this is Ayreon, everything is very story driven. As I said, I'm not familiar with this particular album, so I'm not really following the story here exactly, but from what I gathered from my brief bit of research, the characters in this song are stuck in some kind of nowhere location, like a sort of limbo land, and this is a dialogue between the barbarian and the hippie, and they're just going to have a little bit of a back and forth here. I will look at the lyrics afterwards, but let's just continue with this performance. What a riff. Very groovy. That's Joost van den Broek. Legend. I don't recognize this fella. Let me know who he is. Smooth solo, smooth organ. Everything's hidden.
Is this some dark and evil jest? What brought me to this cursed key? To chance some crazy quest. God forbid I am no coward, pitted against monster man or ghost. I wield my blade with crimson gusto, for I'm a proud barbarian host.
Hey dude, you're so uncool, but hey, that's alright.
That's Ayreon himself, right?
Like there's no need to get uptight.
If it's not him, it's a guy that looks a lot like him. And if it is Ayreon, then I had no idea he could actually sing. And I especially didn't know that he had such a beautiful voice. And I wonder if he sings on the album too. I thought Ayreon only played guitar and composed, did not know that he also sang. That's assuming that this is him. It's a little hard to tell, when it comes to metal musicians, everyone has long hair, and this guy is wearing shades also. But I like to think that I know him well enough that I could pick him out of a lineup at least, so that does seem to be him. The other vocalist I don't recognize, but he has an epic voice too. Reminds me a little bit of Russell Allen, and that is also interesting because this entire section, the groove, the way it's structured, the rhythm, and that little guitar riff reminds me of that moment on The Day the World Breaks Down when Russell Allen has a verse in this slower style. So now that I think about it, that moment in The Day the World Breaks Down may have been a nod to this part. It's all coming together. The history lesson is working. Let's keep it going.
My eyes reflect the stars and the smile lights up my face. We're on an amazing flight to
Crazy organ solo.
Washington city walls and towers, wreaking havoc in the streets. Burnt palaces of cowardly kings, not a one stood up to me. Fools, flying bally banners and brazen sky, branded battle axe and broadsword, and drums of glory sound like thunder. Hail, barbarian warlord!
Hey dude, you're so uncool, but hey, that's alright. Like there's no need to get uptight.
I like the brass detail.
My eyes
Okay, so I hear the violins, and I hear the brass. I don't see the brass, but since the violins are live, I assume the brass is live too. I'm just not seeing it yet.
reflect the stars and the smile lights up my face. We're on an amazing flight in space.
Very consistent groove so far. No abrupt or jarring transitions, as I would say is typical of maybe his later work, and I have no problem with the more proggy moments too, but I do appreciate that this song has a strict groove, at least so far, and the variation is displayed with the instruments that are used in each section. The organ, the guitar solo, the strings, the brass, the vocals. The variety of the two vocals we have so far. A relatively simple structure, but with a lot of interest in the textures. It's that subtle genius that Ayreon has that is on full display here. Not just the genius of Ayreon in the songwriting, but the skill of the musicianship on stage too. Sweeping up those notes. Yeah, let's see if I can. I see Marcella Bovio there. I think that's her in the middle. I'm not sure who the fella is on the far left, and I'm not sure who that is on the far right. It kind of looks a bit like Diane van Giersbergen, and I believe that's her because herself and Marcella do have a podcast together. Though it is hard to tell, it might not be her, but it looks a bit like her. It is her. I'm pretty sure it's her.
Where I chose to settle down. Righteous man would hang me, but I didn't.
This whole section is so epic. The female harmonies, the rising solo, the lead male vocals. Ah, there's Simone. Cool. This is the first major change in atmosphere we've had in the song. Comes at a very welcome time. Okay. Let me know who like the bassist is too, and this drummer. I think the drummer may be Ed Warby. I'm only guessing because I know he's done a lot of drumming work for Ayreon, but I don't recognize the bassist. One of the reasons I love Ayreon's music is it's so rich with these tasty riffs. Like, he has that natural knack for riffage that is so important when it comes to rock and metal. Even this simple ba 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 ba, it just tickles your brain perfectly, especially coming after that slower, smoother, enchanting moment by Simone. You hear a slight bit of keyboard texture here too. Oh yes, and I did read somewhere in the comments of this video that this guy, what's his name? He's a major Dutch artist. Ties van Leer. Again, not too familiar with him. I'm sure he's about to do something epic on this flute. So sick. Oh, a little back and forth with the violin. Love it. It is very folky, but feels so sci-fi at the same time. How does he achieve that? The dramatic move to a more minor chord for when the guitars came in is really impactful. See how dramatic that feels? Love it. Feeling a bit neoclassical here. Unbelievable progressions. I'm in heaven. What a great song. The melody itself tells a story. I'm gagged. I'm stunned. I guess I need to listen to this album. Wowee. Wowee. There's tears in my eyes. I'm welling up. I'm floored. There was a lot that I could say towards the end, but it was so good and there was so much going on that I actually didn't want to talk over it. But it's just incredible how the intensity of the song subtly built. It kind of like crept up on you. You know, there were parts in that instrumental where the keyboard would come in, then the guitar riff would come back in, then the flute takes center stage. It wasn't just like, here is the piano solo, here's the guitar solo, and here's the flute solo. They were having a really nice exchange back and forth with every few bars. And also the drumming really helped to increase that intensity and fun towards the end. Just a very lively, compelling, and powerful finish to the song. I really, really would like to have been there. And I'm so jealous of these people, but thankfully this concert was captured beautifully by the production team. Great mixing, great camera work. Let's take a look at the lyrics. In looking at the lyrics, I really do feel like I have to read the lyrics within the context of the larger story, because admittedly I'm a bit lost. Even if the poetry of the lines is really sophisticated and satisfying. Lines like this: bear bloody banners in blazing skies, brandish battle axe and broadsword. Really going ham on the alliteration, and I love it. I'm such a sucker for alliteration myself in my own lyrics as well. And you can just feel the determination emanating from the words. Gods forbid I am no coward, pitted against monster, man or ghost. A little bit of that alliteration coming in there again. Next line goes, I'd wield my blade with crimson gusto, for I'm the proud barbarian host. And the hippie has a verse trying to get this guy to chill out, and then the Indian has a lyricless part. Then we have the instrumental, which I think is called Flying Colors. It's like a mini song, and the Indian's part is called Star Dance. There's obviously some element of the mystery that I'm not grasping right now, but that's fine. I'm reacting to this song and these lyrics out of context. But like, as far as I can grasp, I'm really floored by this song. No surprise really, as I'm such a huge Ayreon fan and his music has inspired me so much. But it's just nice to dive deeper into the discography and find a gem immediately. And I'm especially grateful that this was suggested by a patron of mine, NCO. This was a really good pick. Let me know what you think of this song, what you thought of my analysis, and if you yourself would like to get reaction requests and vote on polls, become a patron. The link is down below. There is a playlist of my previous Ayreon reactions in the description as well, if you'd like to check those out. If you don't know me, my name is Ohakade. I'm the composer for the symphonic metal project Valcata. We recently put out a new song called Overload the Reactor. The link is also down below. I'd love to hear what you think. And there's also a link to my full reaction database spreadsheet if you're curious about all of the other music I've covered on the channel. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.